This is the fourth video of a series on how to read and write very large numbers. If you've suddenly come into this here and you're not quite sure that you're in the right place, the other three are down there, and it might be an idea to have a look at those first. Now, firstly, you need to have tried these for yourself. Seriously. Don't kid yourself that watching some old fat bearded bloke do all the work is going to make you suddenly able to do this. I presume you're here because you weren't sure about how to do it, and practice is what will enable you to do it. So what you need to do is pause me if you haven't already done them, work through the ones which are up on the board here. All you need to do, pause me for a moment, write out these numbers in digits, and then watch me go through them. So here's your chance. Right, assuming you've done them. Let's get rid of them all. Right, going to put them up one at a time, otherwise I wouldn't have a blackboard to write on. So the first one, that one is 1,402,723,106. Big number, but an easy-ish one to get started with because almost all the digits are not zeros and it's all there. So we've got 1,402,000,000. So we can start with our 1 billion. Then we can have 402 million. Then what have we got? 723,000. So that's 723. And then at the end, 106. 106. Remember, and I know I've said this so many times during this particular series of videos, the whole point here is that you've got to group the numbers into three. And apart from the first series of three, where you may have one or two digits, all the others have to have 3 digits. And even on some of them, where there aren't any, for instance, thousands, you'd have to put 3 zeros. And that's what makes it tricky, and that's what I'm doing in all the others. Okay, so that was number 1. Going to rub that one off, and we can have a look at number 2. Okay, there's number 2. Now, number 2, 15,020,009. Okay, so one or two things missing there. So we've got 15 million, so we can start with 15. Easy enough. 15 million. What comes after million? Thousands. How many thousands have we got? 20. Got to fit into a 3-digit group. So 20, 020. Right. And 9. So we've got to have on the end hundreds, tens and units. No hundreds, no tens, 9 units. Okay? 15 million, 20,000 and 9. That was number 2. Number 3. Okay. Number 3. 6,003,040. Okay, we've got 6 billion, but millions. There aren't any. We go straight into thousands. So we've got 6,003,040. So we've got our 6 billion. As you can see, after billions come millions. There aren't any. So we've got to say 0, 0, 0. For our millions, there are no millions. We've got 3,040. So thousands is 3. So that's 3. And in the hundreds, tens and units, we've got 40. And the 40 is a 2-digit number, so you have to put a leading 0 to get 40. Okay, so we've got 6 billion, no millions, 3,040. Getting a bit tricky, isn't it? And the trick, as I've told you, it's not really a trick, but the skill you've got to get hold of is blocks of 3 numbers for your millions, your thousands, and your hundreds, tens, and units. Okay, that's the end of that one. Next one, I've got 15,602. 15,602. So in this case, you can see we start with millions, but thousands. There aren't any thousands. We go straight into 602. So we've got our 15 million. Thousands, you've got to put the 000 because there has to be a 3-digit thousand block. 15,602. Okay, there we go, 602. Right. Now the next one, we've got up here 40 billion. That's quite a large number. 40 billion, 3 million and 70. So we've got the 40 billion, right? So 40 billion. Then we've got 3 million. That 3 billion does come after your 40 billion. So you haven't got to put a 3 zeros in there. But because we've only got 3 million, we have got to put 2 zeros. We haven't got any hundreds of millions or tens of millions. We've only got 3 million. What comes next? Thousands, yes. So there are no thousands. So we've got to put our 3 zeros to make sure the place value is correct for our hundreds, tens and units, which is 70. So we've got no hundreds, 70. Okay. The next one is 700,000. Slightly easy one possibly. 700,000. So it goes 700,000. So that is 700,000. There are no hundreds, tens and units. So 700,000. Okay. Because 1 and 3 digits is 1,000. So that one's got to be 700,000. Next one, we're rattling through these quite fast. 94 billion 600. Now, you've got your 94 billion. After billion comes millions. And there aren't any millions. After millions comes thousands. And there aren't any thousands. And we've got 600. So hopefully you know what's coming. So we've got our 94 billion. Millions? Do you see millions? No. You've got to have the place holding zeros for the millions. Then we see if we've got thousands. Have we got thousands? No, we haven't got any thousands. So we've got to put the zeros for the thousands. What we have got is 600. So our hundreds, tens and units, we've got 600 at the end. Right, last one. 9,006. Okay. Well, the rightmost 3 digits is hundreds, tens and units. The next 3 digits is thousands. We've only got 9,000. So we've got 9,000. No hundreds, no tens, and 6. Okay, now that is a skill that you should be able to get the hang of. I really do hope that you tried those before I went through them, because that is the way to learn it. And the crucial thing, as you can see, is getting it right when not everything is there. The first one, which was 1,402,723,106, where each of your 3 blocks of digits has got something in it, is quite easy to do. The tricky thing to do is where you haven't got that and you've got all these empty things, you've got to put the zeros in. So if that was a little bit unsure, just go through it again and see you're in blocks of 3 all the way through, and that's crucial.